of the show. I just recently picked up this NARS Laguna Liquid Bronzer. At first I was going to get the powder bronzer, but this caught my eye, and since it's summertime I figured why not get a liquid bronzer, try it out. And then I also figured if I have any foundations that are too light for me, then maybe I can like mix this in and make my foundation darker. So I just swatched this in store and it was so pretty. It was shimmery. This packaging is so nice. I'm pretty sure it's glass, but there's like a matte coating on it, so it looks super NARS and sleek, and it's pretty heavy, so it feels high quality. So it comes like a pump like this, like a foundation pump. And I'll just swatch a bit on the back of my hand. So you're supposed to shake it up really good first, and it's like a very liquidy kind of wet, oily bronzer. Or not really oily, but it feels very slick. And that's the swatch right there. So as you can see, it's pretty warm toned. I think it's a lot warmer than the powder bronzer, but it looks a lot more natural, I think, because it's a liquid, so it just blends so seamlessly into the skin. And it dries down pretty quickly too, so. But yeah, it just feels so smooth. I love it. And it has really nice sheen. So I'm going to put this all over my face, and you can see how it looks. So I think I'm just going to squirt it on the back of my hand and apply it with a brush. I'm going to use a brush like this with pretty, like, it's not very dense, like a pretty not dense brush. I'm just going to apply it to the cheeks and blend in gentle circular motions. I can't talk. It blends out pretty easily. It does look really warm, but I think when I'm a little bit more tan in the summer, it's gonna look really natural. Because right now I'm not really that tan. Blending it really nicely. I don't think it's pulling up any of my foundation, which is good. Don't want that. Tap in. Just gonna put some on the sides of my nose. And it smells good. It smells like kind of floral, like a body oil. It smells nice. I like the smell of it. I don't think the powder bronzer in Laguna has a smell, so this is kind of a nice added touch. So I'm just going to blend some down my neck because my neck's pretty pale right now. So I just want everything to match and look seamless. And I think that was like 1 or 2 pumps, and that did my whole entire face and my neck. I can't tell if on camera you can see that glow that it gives the skin. I'm just like gonna get really close. But yeah, I like this. This is the first time I'm putting it all over my face for the first time. Oh, I love how it smells. Yeah, actually at first I thought it looked kind of orange when I first put it on, but now that it's like had time to sit and then I blended it out, it's a really nice natural color. But it is a lot warmer than the NARS Laguna pressed powder version. So if you think that's as warm as you want your bronzer to be, then I suggest sticking to that one or going for like Benefit Hoola, because those are kind of the same kind of tone. But this one's nice and like warm and glowy. And I think in general, like liquids and cream bronzers look a lot more natural than powder bronzers. So that's just something to consider. But yeah, I think this looks really good. I'm impressed. What does the box say that it does? Laguna Liquid Bronzer, Iconic Laguna, now an innovative bronzing fluid, the new gold standard in bronzing. Shake well, use Laguna Liquid Bronzer on bare skin or with makeup to create different bronzed effects. It says to actually dot it on your face with your finger and then blend it out, but it works putting it on my hand and blending it out with a brush. That worked as well. And yeah, you can also mix it in with tinted moisturizer or just a moisturizer or foundation, and that will help deepen it and add a little bit of warmth to your face product if your foundation is too light or something like that. So it's very versatile. That's another pro to getting the liquid instead of the pressed powder version. And yeah, so overall first impression, I like it. Actually, I haven't featured this yet on a video before, I don't think, but this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Sunlight, and these have been raved about all over YouTube, so I decided to give them a try. So I'm going to actually test it out on camera today for the first time. So it comes in like a dropper packaging like this, and these are very intense liquid highlighters. So I'm actually going to just put a dot on the back of my hand. Ooh. I just find that the dropper packaging for these kind of things get really messy super quick, so that's kind of like a downside to it. But the product, like, whoa, it's so metallic. Do you see that? Okay, so I'm actually gonna put it on my sponge first. So I'm using a Real Techniques damp beauty sponge. I'm gonna just dot it on. Whoa. Do you see that? Okay. This really does need to be blended out though. But it is very, very intense on the skin. If you want more of a subtle highlight, you should get something like the Argan Oil one by Josie Maran, or the Sephora Luminizing Drops. Those ones are really nice too. Maybe I'll do a comparison video on those two because I have the Sephora ones now. But this is definitely a very, very intense glow. They have a bunch of different shades of this custom enhancer drops. This one is, I would say, like a little bit too dark for me right now. See, when it's when I'm not in the sun, it's like kind of a little bit like of a rosy patch, which I don't mind though because I can blend it out and it can look a little bit like blush. But yeah, if you're any lighter than me, I don't suggest you use this color because it'll be a little bit too dark for you. You should go for something like Moonlight, which is, I think, the shade that's lighter than this one. That made me very glowy. So I'm gonna put some on the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow. Just kind of on my eyes. Today I'm just going for a very summery, dewy, glowy look for spring. So it's pretty natural. I don't even think I'm gonna touch my eyes today or put on any eye makeup for this video because I want to do a palette tutorial on this. So stay tuned for this tutorial coming up. I just picked up this palette and I'm very excited to create a very peachy look. So that will be the next video. But this one was more focused on complexion and glow and really just testing out this product right here. And then for lips, I'm just gonna pop on something. Ooh, okay, for my lips, since we're kind of like doing NARS, I'm gonna go in with this gloss right here. This is the NARS lip gloss in the shade Super Vixen, which is like a nice bronzy gloss with like a shimmer. Sometimes if I'm just gonna skip my eyes, I'll just curl my lashes so then my eyes just look more open and awake. And I have like naturally pretty long lashes, so I could skip out on mascara if I'm feeling it. All I do is curl them and it looks decent. See the difference that made? So yeah, that's the final look for today for this video. Here's just a close-up of how the skin looks and the custom enhancer drops. Sorry about these like few breakouts over here. Oh, whatever, we're gonna just ignore that. But as you can see, the bronzer doesn't look cakey at all. It just kind of like seamlessly blended onto the skin.